Mind Map Mad.
Hello there and welcome to Mind Map Mad, which is the name of my new YouTube channel, my website and my company, which is dedicated to teaching you how to mind map and how to use mind maps in your business, your education or your life. What this isn't is a video teaching you mind mapping, and it's not a video teaching you about the software iMindMap which I use. Those are coming later. I'm going to be producing lots and lots of videos on those topics soon. So this is very simple. It's to show you how I can quickly and easily create a mind map using iMindMap software, which I love. Let's go. This is the iMindMap screen and I want to create a new file. So I go to this section and I click on something to give me the central image. There it is, it's a cloud. And from there I start building my branches. So for example, I'm Sab and I have certain passions. There we are. Very easy. I won't explain anything about how I'm doing it. I'm just going to show you me doing it, as I said. Now I don't really like this central image, so I'm going to change it. It's not that it's no good, it's that it's not what I want for this particular mind map. So I'm going to change it to a personalized one. That's me looking slightly mad. You probably agree. What about me? I'm British. Not my fault. I was born that way. I live in Paris. And I've lived here for years. Too many years, actually. More than I can imagine. 20 years. I never thought I'd stay that long. I'm a teacher. And would you believe it, I teach. You'll see all my little mistakes. Not really mistakes. You can do anything you like with this. I'm a teacher. I teach English. And would you believe it, I teach mind mapping too. I'm a dad of two lovely kids. One's called Angie and the other one is called Leo, with an accent. And well, that's pretty much it for that. We'll come back to that branch later. Passions. What am I into? Well, the topics I'm really into include Paris, where I live. It's lucky I'm into that. I don't have a choice. And photography, which is another big passion of mine. The English language, a source of endless fascination. And, of course, mind maps. Still getting the hang of these buttons. Mind maps. There we are. That one can go. And how do I realize these passions? Through I'm trying to go too fast here. Bear with me. Through creating as much content of interest, hopefully, as I can. Through training people. Through sharing my ideas in ways I'll show you in a minute. Through having ideas, as many great ideas as I possibly can. Some are crazy, some are useless, and some end up being quite interesting. And of course, through fun. I even have another website for English teaching called Fun English Lessons. That's how fun I am, people. Maybe I should change that to a more fun representation. There we are. Fun. That's okay, but it's looking a little bit sad, isn't it? So let's bring in some images. So here's one of me. Oh, please, no. Tone it down, man. Tone it down. There's me. Passions. Let's have a friendly, passionate image to represent my passions. All of this is done in real time. There's no trickery going on here. I'm not editing out any of my typing mistakes or anything like that, so you see exactly how the process works. I'm British, so let's put a bit of British character in there. Keep calm and carry on. Here's my son, Leo, and this image looks a little bit strange. It's because I produced it for a mind map which I created called How to Make Your Kids Laugh Their Heads Off. Let me show you that. And there's him laughing his head off. He was the inspiration for it, of course. I'll make that a little smaller. At any time you want, you can clean this up with a button which instantly brings it back if it's been getting a little bit out of hand. So let's put those there. And what else can I have? Well, I love Paris, so let's have a picture of Paris. One of my photographs of Paris. There we are. Bring it down to size. And that's looking a bit nicer. Let's move on. The activities I take part in. Well, I produce websites, of course. Try to. One of them is called One of them is called Fun English Lessons, and the other one is called iMindMap Mad. I am pretty active on social stuff, the social networks. We've got, what have we got? What haven't we got? We've got LinkedIn. LinkedIn. We've got Pinterest. We've got Instagram. We've got Twitter. We've got Facebook. And for Facebook, we've actually got a Facebook page and a Facebook group, which you can get involved in if you like, and talk with a friendly bunch of people all about mind mapping. And iMindMap, the software I use, if you like. Let's have a couple of pictures, shall we? Social media, so let's have a little social media icon. And here's my group. If I can find it, there it is. I'm just dragging and dropping these images in, as you can see. Oh, there it is. If I want to, I can actually put this image into that button there. And why not have a couple of links? So here's my MindMap site. So I'll highlight that branch and click on link and put in mindmapmad.com, and here on this one I'll put a link for the group, which is facebook.com/groups/mindmapmad. Let's see how that does. So now theoretically, if I bring in this little browser, here, and zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. If I click on this link, it says, do you want to open that up? You can have more than one link on a branch, so I click on that, and lo and behold, in its own time, my computer's getting a bit old, it loads up the link, the website link. There it is, MindMap Mad, in all its glory. Just linger on that for a while. And likewise, you can click on this. And here comes the Facebook group for you to join and enjoy. Please do. You're welcome. It's free. Let's resize that. So the map's looking like this at the moment. Let's throw in a title. That could be a bit useful, couldn't it? So let's have one I prepared earlier. Is that okay? Too big? Too small? You've also got something called Sketch, which you can use if you want to get a little bit artistic. So let me just, I don't know, draw something around this, shall I? I'll make it a brush, I'll make it purple, I'll fill it in with pink, and that'll do okay. And you can watch me make a mess of this. Here we go. Whoa, whoa, and ping! Ah, where's my title gone? Ha! Hang on, let me... Right, done. Still can't see my title. I'll send that back. There it is. Okay. Make this full screen again. And carry on. Let's have another branch. This one's going to be all about my favourite mind mapping software, iMindMap. So as I said, it's software, and it was created by the Think Busan company, which is the company belonging to Tony Busan, I believe, who is the father of mind mapping. He looks like this. Hello, Tony. He recently qualified me as a Think Busan licensed mind mapping and iMindMap instructor. I can even prove it. Look. Here's my certificate. Impressed? I thought you would be. So what else can we say about Think Busan? Well, that's his company, of course. There's also an app, very good app, for your smartphone. And I thought I would just tell you that, in case you didn't realize, this software is really amazing. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. Of course, you can produce great mind maps. You can also do brainstorming till the cows come home. You can also create amazing presentations. With the press of a button, you've got a fantastic presentation in PowerPoint with smooth panning between the different branches and so on. Really, really great. And it allows you to be as creative as you want to, really. And of course, it's not a coincidence that I'm having another branch in this map which has the word fun on it, because that's one of the main things I love about this software, is that it's fun. Okay, let's bring in another couple of images to cheer things up a bit. There's one for iMindMap. Let's have one for my site, iMindMap Mad. So it wants to do what it's told. There we are. I'll just take this image out. It's looking a little bit ungainly. So I'll take that out there. That comes back down smaller. And that's a bit nicer. Tidy that up a bit. Sorry, Tony. Okay, you've got the certificate. We understand. Now let me show you the brainstorming view. This is very interesting. If you look at these branches here, you've got SAB, Passions, Activities, iMindMap. Pop over to the brainstorming view, which you can start in, by the way, without even having created a map, and you've got the same. Look, SAB, Activities, iMindMap, Passions. You can create new post-its with a new great idea, and you can put it into one of these boards or one of these sub-boards, for example, topics, mind, maps, great ideas. doesn't really fit, but we'll see what happens in a minute. You can also bring in images to liven things up, and they just end up getting stuck on your board like this. What happens to them when you flick back to Brainstorm view? Let's have a look. To iMindMap view. Let's have a look. So what's happened is you've got a couple of new branches with these images. You don't have to keep the branches. You can get rid of them, and you can take the branches, the images attached to the branch. You can undo that and get rid of the branch if you don't want it to be on a branch. It's just trying to be helpful. Do the same with that. Get rid of the branch, and over here you'll see we have a new branch in that section that I put it in, Mind, under Topics, Mind, Great Idea. And so it's interchangeable. You can flick back from one form to another depending on which you like best. Just tidy those up a little bit. And I also wanted to show you the 3D form. So you go to this, you go to 3D map, and what happens is it turns it into a really nice 3D format. You can move around like this as usual, but you can also change the angle at which you see it, like this. So you see it's looking quite fun. You can zoom in on different parts of it, just as you would in the normal format, and you can even still continue adding things and producing things if you want. We can add a background to give it a bit of atmosphere. What about the sky and the ocean? Would that be nice? There we are. Marvellous. Choose your angle. Right, let's go back. And I'll show you one more thing. And that is, it might be nice to make the branches a little varied. So you just click on a branch and turn it into something different. This is the tip of the iceberg of what you can do creatively, but it's a good example. They've got a few different interesting branch forms that you can use. Of course, you can change colours and all sorts. It's up to you. Play around to your heart's content. If I wanted to, I could change all the fonts as well, of course. Anything you can imagine is almost always possible. The real limit is your imagination, which is exactly as it should be, I think. Theoretically, that's going to give me a new font. There we go. So, that's all I have to say. I've tried to give you an overview of what you can do with this amazing software, and very quickly as well. In the future, I will be producing lots of little videos covering a lot of the individual things you can do in depth very quickly. I'd like you to visit. It would be great if you could subscribe to this channel, visit my site, and get in touch if there's anything you'd like to know about mind mapping or anything else. Visit the Facebook group and join and take part. You can ask questions there as well, and I look forward to seeing you regularly on iMindMap Mad. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
iMindMap Mad.
iMindMap Mad.
iMindMap Mad.
iMindMap Mad.
Faster. iMindMap Mad.
iMindMap Mad.
Way!